Letter shared to Truth Social, President Trump says he's removing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook from her position effective immediately. He cites a criminal referral from Bill Pulte, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, who has claimed Cook falsified bank documents and property records, alleging she claimed two different properties were her primary residences when obtaining mortgages in 2021. In the letter addressed to Cook, the president explains, in light of your deceitful and potentially criminal conduct in a financial matter, I do not have such confidence in your integrity. Cook was appointed by former President Biden and has been serving a term that ends in 2038. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Now, Cook says she will not step down. In just a few hours, President Trump will be holding a cabinet meeting in Washington, D.C. as he looks to continue his crime crackdown. A new report from the Washington Post says the Defense Department is drafting plans for deployment of National Guard troops to other cities.
Next on the list could be Chicago, whose mayor is unimpressed by the Capitol crime crackdown.
The president has spent hundreds of millions of dollars to arrest 9 people in D.C.
The president was quick to correct Mayor Johnson.
9 people? We didn't arrest 9 people. We actually arrested a total of well over 1,000 people.
But President Trump plans to wait to send in the troops until Illinois Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker asks him to. Pritzker responded,
Mr. President, do not come to Chicago.
President Trump also has Maryland Democratic Governor Wes Moore saying, LOL, and keep telling yourself that, Mr. President, after the latest claim in a days-long back and forth about crime in Baltimore.
That's Fox's Peter Doocy at the White House. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says crime is falling in his city. America's listening to Fox News.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
President Trump wants to send flag burners to jail, signing an executive order likely to trigger a constitutional fight. Fox's Jared Halpern.
The president says individuals who burn an American flag should be sentenced to a year in jail.
Because the people in this country don't want to see our American flag burned and spit on. And by people that are, in many cases, paid agitators.
An executive order signed by President Trump requires the Justice Department to prosecute flag burning and, if necessary, pursue litigation that would challenge the 1989 Supreme Court opinion that ruled flag burning is protected by the First Amendment. The president called that decision very sad, claiming flag burning can incite riots. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The president signed another executive order yesterday threatening to revoke federal funding from jurisdictions that continue to implement cashless bail.
Cashless bail. We're ending it, but we're starting by ending it in D.C., and that we have the right to do through federalization.
Critics of cash bail say it's an unfair burden on low-income people who can't afford to pay their way out of jail. And a race for Congress shaken up after Texas lawmakers approved a GOP-friendly redistricting plan that combines areas repped by Democrats.
Congressional Progressive Caucus Chair Greg Casar launching his campaign for the newly redrawn Texas 37th Congressional District.
But you didn't elect me to go learn the same broken playbook Democrats have used for decades. You sent me to write a new one.
The 36-year-old Casar has represented the 35th District since 2023, but Republicans passed a new congressional map earlier this month. 78-year-old Lloyd Doggett's decision not to run spares Democrats of a bitter primary that could have pitted wings of the party against one another. Doggett was the first sitting House Democrat to call for President Biden to drop out of the 2024 race. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
I'm Gianna Gelosi. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. 2 people charged with murder. It follows a deadly shooting in Champaign. An Urbana man shot and killed in the 2500 block of West Springfield Avenue. Police determined 2 men shot the victim at a parking lot, then fled. Tyson Moore and Deandra Newbill later located and arrested. The governor spoke about the report President Trump planning to send federal troops to the streets of Chicago. The Washington Post reporting the Pentagon's been planning a military deployment to Chicago for weeks, that a few thousand National Guard members could arrive as soon as next month. As students across Illinois return to the classroom, the Department of Revenue reminding both parents and educators to take advantage of valuable tax benefits on their Illinois individual tax returns. The Illinois K-12 education expense credit allows parents or legal guardians of full-time K-12 students to claim a 25% tax credit on qualified education expenses over $250. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, good morning, friends. It's ESPN 93.5 here in Philo, Illinois, Champaign County, home of the University of Illinois. Full go. It's full go.
Absolutely.
We are back.
It's game week.
It's game time, game week. We're ready to go, Greg Solier. This is as good a weather forecast as Champaign-Urbana can offer as far as I'm concerned. So this is awesome.
Chamber of Commerce weather is
absolutely.
what the phrase Finkel used to say.
Yeah. I was at the iHotel one time, and it was like winter time in December, and it was 70 and sunny. And obviously she's from out of town. I said, yeah, we have this all the time. She went right. She was buying it. No, it's gorgeous. We appreciate it. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
This is meteorologist Greg Solier. Everybody's kind of pumped. Got some Brett Bielema to play. Illinois football. We are, wait for it, 46-point favorites.
Wow.
That's the biggest point spread in America. So.
Really?
Yeah. Got that going for us. Hey, listen,
Why don't we just play like 3/4 of the game or something? Give them a break.
If we're ahead big, obviously I'm not playing my guys anymore. I'm going to make sure they don't get hurt for the Duke game. And let a bunch of guys play. We don't have to beat them 100-0.
Oh, we're playing Duke?
No, we play Duke in a week. A week from Saturday. We play them coming up next. And so
they're here or there?
Yeah, it's over there, and they're bowl teams. So they're good. So we'll have a challenge. What we want to do is stretch the legs, feel good. As Jay Lehman said on the wonderful 3 o'clock hour yesterday, don't show anything. Don't give any film to anybody. Just run basic stuff, and hopefully that's good enough to beat Western Illinois. Western Illinois scored 31 points a game last year, but their defense gave up 33. So we should be able to score, get some stats, and nobody get hurt, and all those good things that we really want. But anyway, as far as your department goes, Greg Solier has done his job this well, reading the skies and knowing what's happening, and it's darn good. It's dandy. Weather brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you, if you're looking to improve health of community members across the region, it might be the time to step up and get inspired in a new career. You can visit carl.org/careers.
All right, sir. What say you on this August 26th?
A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be ours? Won't you be ours? It's a fine day. A little cool and crisp out there. Certainly jacket and sweater weather if you're heading out to the bus stop or making the run down towards Decatur. Most everyone are ranging through the 40s this morning on temperatures. 50 at Paxton, though. 48 Willard and Savoy. 51 now over at Danville. Out towards Peoria, 51. Let's see, around the Decatur area this morning. Those folks are checking in, right around 50 degrees currently for that Farm Progress Show, which is underway and gets going through Wednesday, tomorrow, and Thursday as well. Little, if any, organized moisture expected. Next to reinforcing cool front comes down the pike here late this week. Otherwise, maybe some semblance of organized garden variety rain, and we don't want too much to get out of control with harvest in mind, up and coming. But boy, we need the rain, especially here in Champaign County. Should be able to get some dent in the dryness around here, the middle to late portions of next week. But in the meantime, enjoy it while you may. Very comfortable environs, a hint of autumn in the air, and still lots of summertime to go as well on the weather maps and charts. Heading towards an afternoon high today, 73 with sunshine, a few flat top fair weather clouds based around 4,500 feet for you aviation people flying in and out. Light northwest wind will bottom out tonight clear, cool again in the 40s. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon. Another little reinforcing cool front approaches. That'll be for the day Thursday. 77 tomorrow, back into the 50s. That's better tomorrow night and a slim chance for a stray late day or evening shower thunderstorm, especially north of Champaign on Thursday. Highs getting close to 80. But back to 75 and a partly cloudy Friday. Holiday weekend. No complaints, please. It's 77. Saturday will be up somewhere in the lower 70s, by the way. Kickoff, light wind, clear skies for football Friday evening. The rest of the weekend, highs near 80 on Sunday. 81 Monday, the holiday, and up to the lower 80s returning Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Beetlejuice, Greg Soldier.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, we are off Monday. How about that?
I know.
Jay Lehman will be on Tuesday.
That's
the boys will be
right.
off Monday. Labor Day will take the day off and come back and talk about the week ahead, which will be Duke next week.
That's right.
All right, so J.B. Pritzker's walking around Chicago with a camera at 6 a.m. with his detail. And it's just a couple people walking.
Well, yeah, it's 6 a.m. Even criminals have to sleep.
By the way, it looked like it was near Streeterville, which is one of the best areas.
Okay,
Northwestern Medical College. I mean, it's really nice. So he does that. Then I've got to play this clip of the governor, the mayor, and then somebody who wants all this craziness to stop in Chicago with the crime. Here's J.B. Pritzker after his presser.
We're very pleased about the progress that we're making. I know that I live rent-free in the president's head, and I wish he would spend some time in Chicago so that he could see what a lovely city we have.
And then the cameraman pans. What a lovely city we had. You heard that?
Yeah.
The cameraman pans up. He's in front of the Trump building. It's just golden.
Oh, wow.
It's golden.
Okay.
I mean, sir, could you have not picked another spot of Chicago without the Trump building, which is gorgeous? It's just unbelievable.
We're very pleased about the progress that we're making. I know that I live rent-free in the president's head, and I wish he would spend some time in Chicago so that he could see what a lovely city we have.
Out in front of the Trump building. Okay, thank you very much. It is nice on that little corner.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
kind of an
Like
angle.
Wacker Drive,
Yeah, something
right
like
off Michigan.
Very
the
nice.
river's right there. It's beautiful.
I think you can pay $5,000 a month to live there, but they'll do your shirts. They have laundry service and all this, so they bring them folded back to your.
That's a perk.
Yeah, but you better have about $60,000 for rent. It's just the rent, and you don't own anything. So anyway, it is a nice area. I think it is Wacker Drive. Anyway, so there's that, and then the governor was speaking. I don't think I have time. I'm going to do this at about 22 past.
Okay.
I'll run that before we have Joe McCullough in our studio. Captain McCullough will come in and talk about the metal detectors that you'll have going into the football. What? I know. I did the same thing, but they tested it last year and you didn't notice.
Right. In fact, I walked in the ER yesterday at Carl to go visit a friend of mine, and it's one of these things where you don't have to take anything out of your pockets.
They're kind of columns on each side.
And they can see if you have something metal, like a gun, in your pocket, and then they'll pull you aside if there's an alert on what you have on your person.
Okay. It's...
and then they'll wand you.
Well, you wonder if there's 14 of you, how do they know which one? Apparently, it does identify that. How do they do that?
I mean, it's like the Total Recall movie from Arnold Schwarzenegger days back in the day, where they were going through the airport or something, and they could see they're like doing scans of everybody as they walk through, and you can see if there's metal in your pockets.
It's pretty crazy technology.
I know it.
All right, we'll get into all that at the bottom of the hour with Captain McCullough from the University of Illinois Police.
Sounds great.
Just special events.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
There was a group text yesterday saying, "Hey, are we going to assess our 4th of July celebration?"
Huh?
Yeah, I'm like,
it's August. We just did that. Hey, let's put that on the back burner. I'm busy.
It's right.
All right, sports headline.
I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah,
we were so in it back then, and U of I police did such a great job, kind of reining in all those details.
And the new time change, everything worked fine.
Right, and the Champaign County Freedom Celebration, looking at America's 250th next year.
Let's
so
go.
I'm excited. St. Louis Cardinals win. That's exciting. 7-6 over Pittsburgh. Here's more details.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
Last night at Busch Stadium, Michael McGreevy and the Cardinals were down 4-1 after back-to-back home runs from Brian Reynolds and Spencer Horwitz of the Pirates in the third. But the Cardinals rallied, batting around in the 5th inning, scoring 5 times, taking a 6-4 lead. The Pirates scored in the 7th, again in the 9th to tie it, and then Alec Burleson in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs untied it. 94 on the fastball from Dennis Santana.
He can rush it up there.
Santana's pitch. Burleson swings and he drives it to center field. That's it deep. Back to the wall. It's a goner. It's a goner and a Redbird winner. A game winner for Alec Burleson. Over the center field fence. A team meeting at home plate. Burleson went 4 for 5, and that was his first career game-winning home run as the Cardinals won 7-6. Tonight, it's Andre Palante trying to make it 2 in a row over the Buccos. We're on the air at 5:50. I'm John Rooney.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Cubs are in the West Coast facing San Francisco, 8:45 first pitch over on US 105.9 as they start that series up. Wow, Chicago White Sox have won 3 straight now. 7-0 over Kansas City yesterday. I was just looking up some details about our opener. That's number 12, Illinois faces Western Illinois. We'll be hearing things throughout the next few days. And, of course, at Pia's, 1609 West Springfield Avenue. We do have the Cardinals and Pittsburgh game that starts at 1:15 on Thursday.
We'll get to the Pia's.
Right after the game, whatever.
We're going to go really fast, and we'll make sure we have a 2-hour broadcast. I mean, it's fine.
It could look like 3:30 to 5:30. It could look like 4 to 6.
I think it's going to be closer to 4-ish.
Okay.
Maybe 3:30.
That's right.
Whenever the game's over.
But just know, come late afternoon.
We'll be there.
We'll be there into the evening, and we're giving away Illini tickets.
And if anybody wants a chicken lunch today.
Yes. Raising Cane's is the place. And that's at 2121 North Prospect. It's Kid Day. It's Kids. And it's happened for 14 years in a row that Raising Cane's has partnered with our Q96 morning show with Kid Nation. And so $1 for every box combo purchase will go back to Kids. This is amounted in $1 million from Raising Cane's. So you'll have your hot, fresh chicken finger meals and Raising Cane's with one love with that delicious spicy sauce.
Yeah, it got a little pop to it, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. I love it.
And that's up on North Prospect.
Yes.
You'll be there 11 to 1.
Like right across from Target and right in front of Best Buy.
Oh, yeah.
Crinkle cut fries, the Texas toast, the coleslaw, the delicious iced tea brewed fresh and served with their signature crust ice. I came by there yesterday to do a little video to say, hey, come see me. Try to win some Illini tickets.
Yeah.
Raising Cane's from 11 to 1 today.
Awesome. Well, people, 11 to 1 at Raising Cane's with Diane Ducey and have some food and help some kids.
Absolutely.
Our weather this morning brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
They remind you, Bat Fest is something to take note of, and it's happening at the Anita Purvis Nature Center on September 6th from 1 to 4:30. Lots of great activities. Plus, you're in the final zone for the pool. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Is Donald Trump setting this trap for Democrats that they continue to fall in? And that, I've got Governor Pritzker. You got to hear this. That'll be coming up next. It's Greg Solgate's weather.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana Ave is Saturday in a fine spell of late August and summertime weather underway, likely to stay that way for the foreseeable future with little, if any, organized rain. Stray shower threat later on this week, perhaps late next week and moving forward. Somewhat better organization to rainfall chances and certainly needed across at least parts of East Central Illinois. For the day today, unseasonably cool sun-filled skies, afternoon temperatures to about 73, light northwest wind tonight. Another cool night. Dawn temperatures down to 46 on a virtually calm wind. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, increasing clouds in the afternoon. Light southwest to south wind will top out at about 77. Not as cool tomorrow night. Lows down into the 50s with variably cloudy skies. Thursday, slim chance for a stray shower late in the day. Don't bet on it. Partly sunny and highs near 80. Back to the mid-70s on football Friday. Low 70s at kickoff time. 75 to 80 for high temperatures for the holiday weekend. For TVT Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Solgate.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
AT&T is making a big move to improve its coverage. It will purchase spectrum licenses from EchoStar for $23 billion, covering more than 400 markets across the U.S. AT&T CEO John Stankey says the purchase will enhance customers' 5G and home internet experience in even more markets. EchoStar will operate as a hybrid mobile network operator under the Boost Mobile brand. Eli Lilly is reporting promising results in tests of its weight loss pill. Those participating in a study lost an average of about 10% of their body weight. The pill is taken once a day without food and water restrictions. President Trump says he has fired Fed Governor Lisa Cook, though Cook says the president has no authority to fire her and she won't resign. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
Cold nights, hot fire, safe chimney. You need Grizzly's Chimney Service. Since 2008, they've handled it all. Fireplace and stove work, tuck pointing, inspections, dryer vents, and more. With certified chimney sweeps, a no-mess guarantee, and they're fully insured. Keep your home fires burning safely. Call the experts at Grizzly's Chimney Service today and visit grizzlysweep.com. That's grizzlysweep.com.
For 22 years, Trinity Home Medical has been helping Central Illinois live healthier with the latest in diabetic care. Imagine managing your diabetes without the hassle of finger sticks. With continuous glucose monitors from Trinity, you'll avoid dangerous spikes and crashes, and most insulin-dependent diabetics qualify through insurance. Trinity handles it all: insurance processing, delivery, education, and ongoing support. Take control today. Call 877-663-0202 or visit trinityhome.com.
Stevie J Broadcasting and Parlor Donuts want to send you to see the number 12th ranked Fighting Illini football team's home opener. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way August 29th against Western Illinois. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win Illini football tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Yeah, get it done.
I love those sound effects of the practices, hitting the
whistle,
pads.
yeah, all that good stuff.
Let's do it.
Curtis Allen. All right, it is 7:24. Governor Pritzker, Mayor Johnson, and then a woman named Danielle who's a thorn in their side.
Uh-oh.
They're obviously, I mean, here you are on... President wants to stop crime in Washington, D.C. has full authority. The federal government was the supposed entity that was supposed to run Washington, D.C. since the founders. Nearly 250 years ago, they thought the federal government would be in charge of the District of Columbia.
Right, our capital.
Yeah, now the president says, well, we'll just go to other cities. So I don't know if you can go to other cities if they don't want you. But then the question is, Democrats, what's your problem? If you have, the crime's going down, no, bull. I mean, it's less murders this year than last, but there have been 254 murders in Chicago already this year. Manhattan is 3 times the size and has 200 murders. Chicago's got a problem.
Good point. Of the numbers may be going down, but they're going down from sky-high numbers.
And you had 24 people shot 4th of July weekend in Chicago this year with 8 dead. That's acceptable? And they're probably all black or Hispanic. That's acceptable? Their children taking stray bullets. They're dying. How do you accept that and stand up there and just... Anyway, here they are. Governor Pritzker, Brandon Johnson, and Danielle.
Finally, to the Trump administration officials who are complicit in this scheme, to the public servants who have forsaken their oath to the Constitution to serve the petty whims of an arrogant little man, to any federal official who would come to Chicago and try to incite my people into violence as a pretext for something darker and more dangerous, we are watching and we are taking names. This country has survived darker periods than the one that we're going through right now.
They're referring to Trump as the darker period when a whole lot of good is going on. The border is shut. Inflation is down. Jobs are sky high. I mean, this is the dark period for the Democrats.
And eventually, the pendulum will swing back. Maybe even next year.
Nobody clapped because they know standing behind him next year will be a challenge for the Democrats.
Donald Trump has already shown himself to have little regard for the many acolytes that he has encouraged to commit crimes on his behalf.
Little followers, little people that are just lemmings.
You can delay justice for a time, but history shows you cannot prevent it from finding you.
How about a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. or something?
Eventually. If you hurt my people.
Hurt my people? Right. He's $6 billion heir, and he's happens to be white. White and a billionaire doesn't really go right now with that party. But if you hurt my people, what'll happen?
Nothing will stop me. Not time or political circumstance from making sure that you face justice under our constitutional rule of law. As Dr. King once said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Humbly, I would add, it doesn't bend on its own. History tells us we often have to apply what's needed to make sure that the arc gets where it needs to go. This is one of those times. I look forward to taking your questions in a few minutes, but first, I'd like to hand over our podium to Mayor Brandon Johnson.
As the mayor of this city, I can tell you that Chicagoans are not calling for a military occupation. They are calling for the same thing that we've been calling for some time, and that's investment. What safe cities across America all have in common, they invest in people, and that's what we're doing in Chicago. We need the federal resources to make sure that we're building more affordable housing, expanding mental and behavioral health care, education, all of these things that could reduce crime and provide real community safety. Instead of spending hundreds of millions of dollars for a publicity stunt to invoke chaos and terror, the federal government should spend that money on proven solutions to crime and violence reduction. We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that, and we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down.
We are not thinking about Pritzker or Brandon Johnson. We just had 4 mass shootings in the span of 1 month. 14 people got shot and 4 dead. We just had senior citizens laying shot, bleeding in the streets.
How can you be against anybody trying to help you with all of that? How could you possibly? So that's what I mean, the trap. So the Democrats are in a position of absolutely holding line against you evil people trying to stop these murders. How dare you? Gosh, you unconstitutional little man. Okay. I wouldn't go to Chicago if they're going to be like that. That's fine. But they could help. You know, the National Guard coming in mass would be the backup to the police. The police would love it. Mm-hmm. I tell you what, when LA does this $250 million new vote to try and gain new seats, blaming the Texas Republican Party for gaining seats when the Democrats have been doing this for 2 decades. So they're kind of all gerrymandered out pretty much. If you get into that, the Republicans are going to win that because the Republicans have not gerrymandered, to the extent the Democrats have in some of these big states. in any event, if you I would put a challenge to Governor Gavin Newsom, saying, okay, if you're going to put that on the ballot and say, okay, do you want us to redistrict on our own kind of thing? Put on there to the people of California, would you welcome Donald Trump sending in troops to help the violence problems in your state? Just put it on the ballot, see what happens. And then go with it.
Yes or no?
Yes or no. And maybe they'll say no, but I bet you they don't. The people that live in that, they know exactly what's happening. They can't go out at night. They're in fear for their life. I got a Democrat coming up. I'll play it in just a little bit about how people don't care about migrant crime and carjacking. She actually said it. 8:30 in New York, 7:30 in Champaign.
Fox News, I'm Angelo Bavaro. President Trump making a firing at the Federal Reserve.
In a letter shared to Truth Social, President Trump says he's removing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook from her position effective immediately. He cites a criminal referral from Bill Pulte, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, who has claimed Cook falsified bank documents and property records.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. Lisa Cook says she will not step down, and the president has no authority to fire her. At least 20 people, including 5 journalists, were killed after Israel struck one of Gaza's main hospitals on Monday. President Trump says an end to the war could be coming soon.
I think within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to have pretty good conclusive ending.
Israel says it's investigating what it calls a tragic mishap. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, one person has died. 2 suspects arrested after a shooting in Champaign Sunday near the area of West Springfield Avenue and Kenwood Road. Police found a 35-year-old man from Urbana with gunshot wounds. Later, 32-year-old Tyson Moore of Champaign and 37-year-old Deandra Newbill of Urbana arrested. Industrial Donuts closing its doors permanently this weekend, using the last of its supplies after being in business more than 6 years. Employees say rising costs, decreasing sales, and growing chain competition across the region was the reasons for the closure. The BBB of Central Illinois warning people to make sure they're using a regulated site when they're gambling after a few slews of scams. In 2022 to the middle of this year, the BBB alerted to around 200 scam reports and over 10,000 business complaints connected to online gambling and gaming. Be careful out there. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Check your weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements. If you're looking at gutter helmet, if you'd like a new sunroom. I mean, there's all kinds of options for you to be more energy efficient and get the place looking good. Visit KramerSiding.com.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. A nice one going forward here the days to come. Quiet, comfortably cool, some slightly slower crop, late season development and maturation, but we will return to more seasonal temperature levels next week, and next week as well, better than we have seen of late of organized rainfall chances, but still garden variety coverages, scope, and intensities as we continue to mosey our way back to more seasonal levels and a dry weather setup here as we move forward in the next couple of weeks. Heading towards an afternoon high today, mostly sunny skies and to about 73. Few fair weather clouds in the afternoon. That's about 10 shy of normal on those temps. Light northwest wind, chilly tonight, back down into the 40s. Tomorrow, sun in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon, 77. Partly sunny, slim chance for shower late Thursday at 79. Mid to upper 70s Friday and Saturday, up near 80 Sunday and Monday. No weather issues for football Friday, and a fine spell of weather for the Labor Day holiday weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Hey, at Watts Copy Systems, they offer cost-efficient solutions for your busy office, terrific customer service. If you want a free evaluation, call Watts Copy System or your copier, 217-352-0428. 7:35 on this Tuesday, August 26th, 3 days from game day on ESPN 93.5. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
You go to the Fisher National Bank text line.
It says, Steve and Diane, I will never understand about Mayor Johnson's comments about the violence problems in Chicago being racist. It's a gangbanger drug problem. With the help of federal government, it can only help. It tells you that the mayor has no interest in fixing the problem.
You know, you have a lot of respect for people that say, you know what, I need some help. I can't handle this. The thing is out of hand. I do need some help. I think he'd get more respect for saying something like that.
Yeah.
But he's a guy making me think I need to call Lori Lightfoot and get her back. That's what I think of Brandon Johnson.
Well, I'm sorry about the name of this website, but HeyJackass.com has the statistics last week in Chicago. Shot and killed 8, shot and wounded 37. Total shot is 45. Total homicides was 8. This is just last week. And it breaks down the races, which is 78% black and 16.9% Hispanic.
Hispanics. So it's blacks and Hispanics, pretty much all. Yeah,
so
crazy.
you can research yourself and see the neighborhoods and everything. There's a problem.
217 texter, could there be any connection between the society with the most freedom having the largest prison population? Well, there are a set of rules that we're agreeing to abide by, and if you break the rules, there has to be some consequences. Maybe it is one of the prices we pay for freedom, not sure. All right, ESPN 93.5. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very happy to have a very esteemed human. He is Captain Joe McCullough, University of Illinois Police, serving and protecting, and also in charge of these special events like football game. I don't know how to tell people. Let me just say this. If Stevie J is singing at the State Farm Center, you can go 5 minutes before. But if Elton John is singing at the State Farm Center, you need to go earlier. Now, if with Illinois' popularity after a Citrus Bowl win, there's going to be more interest in more humans, meaning you can't follow your normal routine, Captain. Is that accurate?
Very accurate. We are advising people to show up early, enjoy the festivities, come on in. Weather broke. It's perfect. It's not 105 degrees out anymore.
And the people with concession stands 90 minutes out have great deals. It's essentially half off practically on what you get. And then 30 minutes before kickoff, full price. So if you get in there 90 minutes to 30 in that hour, that little Illini hour, you can really save some money, get yourself settled in. Marching band has a pregame show. Yep. It's awesome.
I have family members traveling in to watch the game from up in Peoria area, and I told them just be in the stands by 5:45. Come watch
Games
everything.
Games at 6:30.
6:30. Yeah.
Well, it's fun. The pre-stuff is fun, I think.
It is.
And the energy, and plus the stress. I call them the tennis courts. That's what they used to be. When you're going in the west side, there used to be tennis courts. When you're on the tennis courts, it's like there's a lot of people. I'll never get through. And you just got to plan a little more because there's more human beings involved. Meaning there's traffic. Even the driving, there's traffic, right?
It is, and it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
We also know that there are some games this year that the lots are already sold out. So we will be working, and that's why we say come a little bit early because we may have some roads that are shut down going to lots that are already sold out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to reroute. And so the earlier you get there, the easier it is to get and find the parking space you want. And again, some of those are going to be a little bit farther away this year.
How do you?
It's best to look at your ticket too and figure out which gate you're going in.
That helps. And I'm also telling people, another option is MTD. They take the transport route in, and it puts you right at 4th and Kirby, right
Fourth
next to
and Kirby, okay.
right next
Yeah.
to an entrance. And
How do you plan for this? I mean, really, how do you possibly think of everything?
Well, our planning started in November of 24 for this season. So it's just we know that we have a lot to make sure that the game day experience is excellent for everybody coming in. And it's exciting to be able to know that we have that many people that are coming to the stadium. But we also know going along with that, there are a lot of enhancements and a lot of visions and directions we want to see hit.
So walk through metal detection systems.
That's
Explain,
new.
Joe.
That is new. So we've been looking at these for a couple seasons. This is not a fast decision how to do this. We chose a system that's used in Major League Baseball parks. We were up at Wrigley recently. They use it there. A few others that I've seen.
What's it look like? It's not a little thing I walk through.
No, they're columns.
Columns,
Gray
okay.
columns.
Yeah.
Very unassuming.
You see those at like retail outlets at the mall. There's columns on each side.
So these will allow, we'll do single file lines through them fairly quickly. They're designed to be very efficient to move people. And we're monitoring each one of them. We can see them afar.
But it does have to be single file.
It does, but it's walking speed through.
Okay.
So
we don't have to take anything off, nothing like that.
No, the things that we know that when testing these, that will set them off are seat backs that have the metal in them.
Okay.
And some sunglass cases for whatever reason have a
Interesting.
very dense metal in them. But you will not have to remove keys, phones.
Okay.
Et
Clear
cetera.
bag policy still in effect?
That is the
Okay.
same. There'll be still bag checks.
And that's been going on since 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
You'd think we'd catch on.
No, so it's designed to move people. If you do alert to it, there'll be a secondary screen where that you may have to take stuff out of your pockets at that point. We have wands, we have everything else to be able to move people into the stadium at a good pace.
If we were averaging whatever it's been, 30 to 40,000, and it goes to 50 plus, that's a 40%, 30% increase of people that may have never have been to the game in forever. So we have a new body of people that don't know anything about clear bags
You're
or
right,
anything.
Stevie.
New people. So
That hasn't changed. Yep,
Yeah.
it is. And we also know the first game is it's always a challenge.
Friday night. How do you predict Friday night?
And that's a little bit more of a challenge as well because we have our street closures go into effect. The big ones at noon around the stadium for the perimeter of the stadium, and then at 4:00 it moves out even farther, and that's 4:00 on a Friday. So it does present some challenges again. That's why we're I think we'll be communicating very well to staff and students at the U of I about.
Do you
what
send
to
these
look for on
emails and
Friday.
things, emails to everybody that you
We
have?
will.
Yeah,
We will
okay.
be this
Okay.
week to kind of keep in
Yeah.
mind Friday's not going to be normal traffic.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So expanded traffic closures, on-site meteorologists, drone detection. These are all part of the upgraded safety.
But there's nobody anymore flying a drone haphazardly because it's fun. They know there's security issues, don't they? Okay, they don't.
As Joe smiles,
I mean,
we have so that all these enhancements are put in over the years. We don't just throw these and stick to the wall. These are all planned. And how do we make that game day safer? And one of the things that we noticed, it was about 4 seasons ago, there were drones being piloted into the stadium during a game.
What?
And so that system was put into effect a few seasons ago, where we can actually see where the craft is, see where the operator is, and we don't keep this in the background. We want to talk about it because several of the flyers, a majority of them, just put the craft up and don't think about that.
Really?
Right. Correct.
All right.
And
Yeah.
so,
or
and we
maybe
see,
they want to get a pretty picture.
we see the same thing on 4th of July where they've launched it up into where the mortars are going off. So that's a bowling ball sized object that we felt. And there was other stadiums, professional and collegiate, that had safety issues where those fell out of the sky and hit someone. So
it's Captain Joe McCullough. We're talking game day. You can always text us 217-359-2255, Fisher National Bank text line. All right, so here we are with 3 days to go. Are you ready? How do you feel? Because you've done this a few times. So
no, there's an excitement in the air, knowing how many tickets are out, the finish from last season. It's always good to have fans in the stands that are excited about it, and ready for a season. So, no, we're just ready to get the first game going and getting everybody in there to enjoy a Friday night of football.
Where do your eyes go, Captain? When you're running the thing, this isn't a Saturday of fun for you. You got to be on your toes and your head's on a swivel.
So we get a lot of help. And there are so many first responders, so many different agencies that help us from multiple counties, multiple state agencies that come in. We couldn't do this without them, without our local partners as well. So any given time, and the fans, patrons, they don't see everybody that's there, because that's the whole point is we want to be able to provide that security and just provide a game day that allows patrons to come in quickly, enjoy it, and leave.
Okay, but best advice, overall advice is more people, think about your timing, getting into the stadium a little earlier, driving there a little earlier, thinking about where you might park because the normal place is full.
Exactly, and understand that sometimes you're rerouted on a different street. We have our own drones up. We can see the traffic patterns. We can recognize where there's a backup, and we can reroute traffic. So it all comes down to the plan of getting there, where you're going to park, when you're getting the stadium, and just to understand when we have people that all leave the game at the same time. That's again 50, 60,000 people that are leaving one area. So there's going to be a little bit of traffic leaving, and plan that route as well.
So the 4th Street extension, for instance,
That
that's
helps.
one of the main routes. And are all the lanes going the same way?
We are working at certain roads that will be, you'll be in the opposite lane, that you're not used to driving on the left side.
Right.
But we'll have plenty of police officers out there to assist on making sure people know that I can drive in the left lane for this. It's not normal, but we'll have a dual outbound lanes.
If we're coming into the State Farm parking areas and have passes, you come from the south?
That's the best way, is to come from Windsor.
I go up first generally.
First is great.
Okay.
Fourth is great. Sometimes adding a little bit of time and direct, adding a mile or two coming from an opposite direction helps. It just depends on the day. All of our game day maps, everything is on fightingillini.com on the game day guide. You can look and see parking. You can see if you don't have a parking pass, you can see where you can purchase game day, or just drive up and purchase. Again, I want to encourage those that want to park a little ways away, grab a bus, come in and get dropped right off, picked right up at 4th and Kirby. That helps a ton.
I've been around football programs. I've seen the amazing organization and skill of this group going to this drill, and this guy's going to whistles blow and horns go off and all those things. I'm thinking that's an amazing system. Nobody claps for you guys, and the system has to be even more important because there's safety involved and all the things you have to think through. How tired will you be at 2 a.m. this Friday night?
I don't know. I might be a little numb, but it's.
But isn't it exhausting to mentally put what you put into this?
Those are 12-hour days, 14-hour days, and but it's the least we can do.
Do they go fast?
Like a split second.
Okay.
But I will say those days are great. We have great families that come out, great patrons. Those are just good times for our officers and us to work because we get those interactions. It's just a different policing.
There's always wild cards like I drink too much. All those things that factors in. You have I'm sure after so many years, Joe, we're going to have a few that are going to be a problem.
Well, anytime you have that many people in the stadium, we have issues. We have different, there was a warm game last year. By halftime, we had 40, I think, medical calls.
Oh my God.
So you have that many people in one location. Thankfully, it's going to be nice weather,
right.
At least for the first game.
True.
Well, you were around for the Bears in Champaign.
I was a fan at one of them, but
it was
a little bit.
My oldest was 9, and all I did at the game is look around for fights that might fall in me. No, really. The state police, the county, everybody was there grabbing guys that were so drunk.
We're very blessed. We have great fans.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We really do. And I was concerned adding alcohol to it, but I haven't really seen much.
No.
Good job. It's responsible and all these other good things.
We're expecting this kickoff game against Western Illinois with over 42,000 seats already sold. The season tickets were sold out on August 18th. And remember that October 11th game matchup against Ohio State sold out on August 6th.
Yeah.
So these are some reminders. It's going to be busy. So again, Captain Joe McCullough, University of Illinois Police, recommending you go in
Just get in earlier. Just
enjoy.
go early.
Come
enjoy.
and enjoy.
Don't,
Absolutely.
It's just, I go to the airport solid 2 hours before. I just don't like the problem on the
We think alike.
Just get set. I'd rather sit and not be stressed than stressed and trying to get through.
So many.
You can't control that. Just go.
hate that.
So if you go into if the ball game's at 6:30 and you go in at 5:15, who cares? It's cool. You're there. Enjoy the ambiance and the atmosphere. There's going to be electricity at least at the start because people are so excited about this year. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Just go and enjoy.
Can you enjoy it all, or you just all work?
No, we enjoy.
Okay.
We enjoy.
You can suck in a little bit.
Yep.
And fightingillini.com gives you a lot of different tips on the ways to look at things. So just hit up that if you're a fan and you want to do a little research. Make sure your phone is charged because everything's on your phone
internet
these days.
Better internet, though, because
Okay.
I've had trouble during timeouts to use my internet.
And I'm
so-
glad you brought that up. That have your tickets downloaded into your phone as
Yes.
you walk up
Yes.
in case there is some network congestion and all that.
I think-
just to make sure that that's in that phone as you walk up and get
In
scanned.
the queue, ready to go.
Absolutely.
They spent millions on the new internet. I bet it'll be fast. It'll be awesome. I'm excited they prepped for that.
Exactly.
Because I couldn't do anything at timeouts because everybody else was. Get off your phone. Hey! Anyway, Joe, on behalf of a very grateful community, thank you for what you and all the police and all law enforcement and all officials.
Absolutely.
This is behind-the-scenes stuff that you don't get heralded for it. And we really, really appreciate the police and all the first responders and everybody that stands at the ready without any kind of celebration or applause. Thank them if you see them. They're working so hard so that you can have a good day.
And I want to thank every first responder that also helps us at UIP to get through this. This is it's quite the project.
It vindicates my support for you, sir. Thank you so much for coming in. I really do appreciate it.
Always appreciate it. Thank you.
Captain Joe McCullough, an ace, outstanding, servicing all of us. We appreciate all the darn work.
That's
amazing. All right, ESPN 93.5, 751.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Underground Solutions. Are you tired of dealing with leaky faucets, basement flooding, bursting or leaking pipes? From plumbing maintenance and repairs to installing new water heaters and sump pumps, our goal is to get you up and running as soon as possible. At Lands Plumbing, we have 24/7 emergency service and a team of highly skilled professionals that will work with you to get the job done right the first time. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
For 22 years, Trinity Home Medical has been helping Central Illinois live healthier with the latest in diabetic care. Imagine managing your diabetes without the hassle of finger sticks. With continuous glucose monitors from Trinity, you'll avoid dangerous spikes and crashes, and most insulin-dependent diabetics qualify through insurance. Trinity handles it all: insurance processing, delivery, education, and ongoing support. Take control today. Call 877-663-0202 or visit trinityhome.com.
Get ready, Illini fans. Illinois football kicks off the season under the lights against Western Illinois on Friday, August 29th in Memorial Stadium. Coming off a 10-win season and Citrus Bowl victory in 2024, the Fighting Illini return 18 starters, including quarterback Luke Altmaier. Don't miss your first chance to see Illinois football in action Friday, August 29th. And get tickets for as low as $15 at fightingillini.com.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. Check your weather, brought to you by Grizzly's Chimney Service. How's your chimney? Is it clean? Are you ready for the winter? You ought to call these wonderful locally owned people, providing excellent service since 2008. GrizzliesSweep.com, and then you'll be lighting that fire and enjoying it. Grizzly's Chimney Service.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. A nice one going forward here in the days to come. Quiet, comfortably cool. Some slightly slower crop, late season development and maturation, but we will return to more seasonal temperature levels next week and next week as well. Better than we have seen of late of organized rainfall chances, but still garden variety coverages, scope, and intensities as we continue to mosey our way back to more seasonal levels and a dry weather setup here as we move forward in the next couple of weeks. Heading towards an afternoon high today, mostly sunny skies and to about 73. A few fair weather clouds in the afternoon. That's about 10 shy of normal on those temps. Light northwest wind, chilly tonight, back down into the 40s. Tomorrow, sun in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon, 77. Partly sunny, slim chance for shower late Thursday at 79. Mid to upper 70s Friday and Saturday, up near 80 Sunday and Monday. No weather issues for football Friday, and a fine spell of weather for the Labor Day holiday weekend. For CBT Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgan.
Dr. Todd Likens, the pet pro, Madison Kirby, veterinarian, 754. Boy, it's grueling 5 weeks of heat indices in the hundreds. And now this, Todd, your babies all 18 of them are flying around. The white English creams are flying around in Muhammad, and they're flying around the yard trying to dig to China, man.
We've got probably an acre under fence in our backyard, and they are everywhere right now. That's them barking in the background. They're ready to go out and explore again. So,
and you have the little fancy tennis ball thrower, so you can toss it out there. And is there always one or three dogs that can get to the ball first every time?
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 that are always first, but most everybody goes with them. It's like a whole company goes after it, and then a couple of them will get the ball and they'll drop it in the hole, and then the cleanup crew will take it out of the hole and bring it the rest of the way back. It's a team effort.
It's so funny. Who was the dog? It was Bella's dad, who just, you said, would chase it till he fell over. I mean, these dogs are just, I can't remember the name.
I had it and then you made me blank out on it.
It'll come to you.
It was a great doggy. You have so many wonderful dogs.
Yeah.
All right, so what are the street issues right now? What are you hearing? What's going on?
Well, everybody's moving back into town now, which means they're bringing all sorts of various diseases from all over the country as students come back and everything. Mainly it's respiratory. A lot of, quote, kennel cough type diseases, a lot of coughing stuff going on around town. But nothing else too serious right now.
Okay, that's good to hear. And baths are always good to do every 6 weeks, and you guys you have the cheapest baths going, I think.
I got the best staff doing it. That's probably the most important thing. And of course it's kind of fun to come in the clinic and hear them make all these noises. They're doing the dog's back to school pictures.
So funny. I don't think anybody's doing pictures like you guys. I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's right.
No, we have more fun with our pictures than anything else. That's for sure.
You get them to pose and smile, for crying out loud.
That's what I mean. All the noises you hear in my clinic, you wonder what's going on in there. They're trying to get these dogs to look at them like, what's wrong with you?
No, it's so funny.
Dr. Todd, we're going through a chapter, Stevie and I, where we're babysitting our grandbabies. Now, most of the dog owners, when they hand over the grandbaby doggy, have a bag of, their leash, maybe their chow, and Ziploc bags, and, various toys and comfort items. That's what you recommend, right? In case you are giving your dog to somebody to watch for the weekend.
Yeah, that's a good idea, so they don't have the diet change and everything else. We're babysitting grandbabies too, so our grandbaby dogs are here also. We're in with you. But yeah, generally bringing their basics, and their favorite toy is always nice because, especially you got a retriever like we've got, they got to have something to carry around.
Yeah, well, the challenge is the grandparents giving them table scraps, and I will say that little Nala has not had table scraps, and life is way better with the poo-poo.
Yes.
It's so nice.
That's
it's
right.
so wonderful. You give them something that I used to.
Yeah.
You like diarrhea on a white carpet? How do you like that?
Right.
How do you like
That's
that?
Yep.
Man.
You pay the price.
No, you stay with their food. That's what they're supposed to eat.
Speaking of food, Nala just pushed with her nose the chow pellets over towards
So
the water
funny.
bowl.
Hey, all right, so how can people get a bath, connect with you, Dr. Todd Likens?
Oh, we're textable at 217-355-5051. You can leave voicemails, but we're much faster on texting.
Appreciate you. Thanks so much.
All right, see you guys.
Todd Likens, ESPN 93.5. The news is coming up next. We got something else to play for you. Stand by. You can't miss this. Stand by. It is 7:58.
Carpet Weaver's Labor Day sale is here with big savings, a huge selection, and everything you need to update your home. Choose Mohawk waterproof luxury vinyl floors or Mohawk Revwood, and the installation is half off. Buy Mohawk carpet and the installation is free. Plus, get up to $1,000 rebate on Mohawk carpets and floors, and get instant rebates on all furniture and rugs, all with special 2 years free financing. Don't miss the Labor Day sale, only at Carpet Weavers.
When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's bergtanksinc.com. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Expanding targets for a tough on crime agenda. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox News, riding high on what he says is success in D.C. President Trump is teasing National Guard troops could be heading to other cities.
The White House says there have been more than 1,000 arrests in D.C. since they began their operation on August 7th. They say among those who were arrested, 6 were known gang members. They also say 2 missing children have been found and more than 100 illegal guns have been seized. The White House touting these figures as the president cracks down on cashless bail with 2 executive orders that threaten to revoke federal funding for jurisdictions that allow the practice. All of this comes as the president considers sending the military in other cities. Top of mind is Chicago. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says they'll use any peaceful tool they have to fight back against the deployment of the National Guard.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, the president also ordering the Defense Department to make sure each state has some troops that would be ready to deploy quickly. President Trump opening a new front in the fight over America's central bank.
In a letter shared to Truth Social, President Trump says he's removing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook from her position effective immediately. He cites a criminal referral from Bill Pulte, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, who has claimed Cook falsified bank documents and property records, alleging she claimed 2 different properties were her primary residences when obtaining mortgages in 2021. In the letter addressed to Cook, the president explains, in light of your deceitful and potentially criminal conduct in a financial matter, I do not have such confidence in your integrity. Cook was appointed by former President Biden and has been serving a term that ends in 2038. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Cook says she will not step down. She's among several Fed policymakers who have defied President Trump's calls for interest rate cuts. America is listening to Fox News.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Federal officials are looking to begin deportation proceedings for illegal immigrant and alleged MS-13 gang member Kilmar Abrego Garcia after he turned himself into ICE officials yesterday.
A crowd chanted outside the Baltimore Federal Building, supporting Kilmar Abrego Garcia. 3 days after being released on parole, the 30-year-old walked into a scheduled check-in with Immigration and Customs Enforcement before the 8 a.m. deadline. His lawyer says within just 1 minute, Abrego Garcia was taken into custody once again. He's now being processed for possible deportation to Uganda after declining a plea deal that would have eventually sent him to Costa Rica a free man, but only on the condition of pleading guilty to federal human smuggling charges, which he denies.
Fox's David Spunt, a federal judge, has temporarily blocked the U.S. government from deporting Abrego Garcia. The case has become a flashpoint in President Trump's immigration crackdown. The Democratic Party is still searching for answers after last year's election defeat, kicking off their summer meeting in Minneapolis.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, who was Kamala Harris's running mate in the 2024 race, speculated about how things could have been different.
We would wake up to an adult with compassion and dignity and vision and leadership doing the work.
not a man-child crying about whatever's wrong with him.
DNC Chair Ken Martin has complained about the abuse he's taken as leader of the party. Martin tried to tap into the frustration in his party.
$10 billion. That's how much was spent in 2024. $10 billion just on our side. And yet here we are. No majorities.
In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
Casting shadows over that meeting, Democratic donors unhappy with the party's direction, and political factions split over issues. I'm Angelo Bavaro, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. As students across Illinois return to the classroom, the Department of Revenue reminding both parents and educators to take advantage of valuable tax benefits on their Illinois individual tax returns. The Illinois K-12 education expense credit allows parents or legal guardians of full-time K-12 students to claim a 25% tax credit on qualified education expenses over $250. 2 people charged with murder follows a deadly shooting in Champaign. An Urbana man shot and killed in the 2500 block of West Springfield Avenue. Police determined 2 men shot the victim in a parking lot, then fled. Tyson Moore and Deandra Newbill later located and arrested. The governor spoke about the report President Trump planning to send federal troops to the streets of Chicago. The Washington Post reporting the Pentagon's been planning a military deployment to Chicago for weeks, that a few thousand National Guard members could arrive as soon as next month. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
I just thought of something.
Okay.
Oh
boy, here we go.
Yeah, watch out. Just watch out, Greg. I just thought of something. So we're going to this season, and I'm about to go fetal under a desk because Illinois is supposed to be so good, right? So.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, number 12, right?
So we got a lot of people, the veterans, experience. The nation thinks we're really good. We're ranked 12th coming out. I don't know when that's happened, if ever.
Got the coaching staff.
Got the coaching staff. Brett Bielema's got it going on.
18 returning players.
What happens if we are that good? What happens if we go into the Ohio State game undefeated?
Well, then, if you want to run with the big dogs, you got to run with the big dogs.
I mean,
I just don't want to think. It's Western Illinois.
No, but what if we're watching the Texas and Alabama and Georgia scores to make sure they don't pass us and that kind of stuff? I mean, that would be absolutely magnificent. Remember, the backside of our schedule is kind of the easy one. We got to get through this first part. We got to get to like late October, and then the last 3 or 4 games are going to be favored. And then.
Duke is no pushover either.
No. That's a coin flip game. It's on their home field. They were a bowl team, but last year Duke was 9-4. Before those games, they're losing in the fourth quarter. They won them all.
I see.
Yeah.
So there was a couple of nice. We had some breaks at Rutgers, Purdue game. I mean, we caught.
I was going to say, speaking of fourth quarter,
well, we tackled the Nebraska quarterback at the end of game. I mean, we the margin is slight.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't allowed my brain. Now I'm going to shut it back off.
Okay,
all I got is Friday night game.
One game at a time.
Right.
Can't even go there because at Duke you could lose. At Indiana you certainly could lose. I mean, there's some really good games. But maybe we are good. Maybe we're really good.
Yes. Now remember now, Notre Dame thought that going into the NIU game last year. We were really good.
Was that the first game?
That was second, I believe. Second. Their first game, Notre Dame's first game, they just barely eked it out. I think it was a comeback victory.
But Notre Dame didn't lose again to the national championship game.
That's correct. Yes.
Those Huskies, and here the Northern Illinois Huskies had to totally rebuild because anybody good took NIL money somewhere else, right? I mean, they all left. And their coach is fired up. He's talking about what it means to be committed. I love hearing him talk. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's pretty darn
good. Do you make it to an NIU game every once in a while, Greg?
Yeah, we try to get 1 or 2 in, at least 1, but we'll try to get a couple in. And obviously, we are expecting to make a run down there. Too bad that Duke game is not at Memorial Stadium because Mrs. Weather Forecaster went to graduate school at Duck, as I call it, Duck, just to annoy her. So,
all right, our weather brought to you by Busey for over 155 years. Busey, member FDIC, meteorologist Greg Solier, what are you seeing besides absolutely gorgeous?
Oh, it's just that. A little cirrus, dearest, some cumuliform fair weather clouds for you folks, aviators flying in and out of Farm Progress. There'll be big crowds there the next 3 days with a big time comfortable weather. Can't remember in all the years been doing this stuff down there at Farm Progress. It's been this comfortable. Every year we're trying to do a TV show and it's like feeling like another, like 95 and feeling like 150 out there. But comfortable this year. No rain in the forecast as well. We do need rain, especially here in Champaign County. There is some, at least return to more garden variety, late summer chances around here, in particular the mid to late portions of next week. And I think after the early stretch of September, maybe early and often harvest, and there may not be much rain going forward till we get deeper on into the fall season. In the meantime, temperatures are coming up out there from the morning chill with readings pretty much into the upper 40s and lower 50s. Later on today, about 10 shy of normal, 73 with a forecast high of mostly sunny skies as well. Light northwest wind. Chilly again tonight, uniformly through the mid 40s, virtually calm wind. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, increasing clouds the afternoon, the high near 77. Little weak boundary will be coming in tomorrow night, almost a reinforcing cool front with a low down into the 50s. And we may spark a stray lone shower late Thursday. No big deal. Don't bet on it. Highs near 80. Then a quiet football Friday. A few scattered clouds. Highs of about 75 and a kickoff temperature about 71. Upper 70s Saturday and Sunday. Lower 80s for the holiday Monday and Tuesday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Beatles, Greg Solier.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. Beautiful weather. We love it. All right, a couple of texts we didn't get to last hour. 217-359-2255.
So I was just getting some information from all our Illini ticket winners. So
we got a lot of people that want tickets.
We do.
We got a lot of them.
So exciting. The Democratic-run cities are very soft on crime, says Rick. Not sure how anyone thinks that you don't have to be tough on crime to be successful. The criminals in the state of Illinois have totally laughed at the Safety Act. What a joke.
Or maybe one of the leaders in the Democratic Party are suggesting that migrant crime and carjackings really don't matter to people. They don't really care about them. Some Democrats assembled, and this is what one of the leaders of the Democratic Party suggested.
Issues voters care about. Where does Trump go? Migrant crime, carjackings, the really lurid, awful stuff that is a crazy, crazy visual. Don't take the bait, because most Americans are more worried about how are we going to address mental health issues, the visible homelessness that we see on streets, and how do we deal with mental health and other issues that drive the sort of random incidents that scare all of us. That's what you should be talking about. That's where you should be focused. Don't take the bait in talking about migrant crime or carjackings or the things that actually don't matter to that many Americans.
Don't matter what?
Don't take the bait in talking about migrant crime or carjackings or the things that actually don't matter to that many Americans. Don't take the bait in talking about migrant crime or carjackings or the things that actually don't matter to that many Americans.
I would disagree.
I mean, I've seen some of these videos of these carjackings. One was when you're filling up with gas.
I know, gas stations.
That they slide into the passenger side.
Yeah, if the door's open, they can do that.
I mean, how many times do you lock the car to
true.
pump your gas? You're standing right there. I mean, carjackings are on my mind.
Well, not most Americans, so you're obviously some sort of racist minority.
Okay.
So, thank you.
According to that lady.
No, I mean, that's crazy.
All crime. It doesn't matter.
If you're in a crime-plagued city, you want it to stop. You don't really care who does it, do you?
Right.
You just want it to stop, and the fact is you really can't have law enforcement do their job because that would be police brutality. You can't have them do their job without running after people and tackling a few.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just seeing there's no compliance, there's no respect. And the streets of Washington, D.C., I think it's day 9 without a murder. And you're going, so that's amazing for Washington, D.C.
For sure.
So it's just do you want to tackle it the way it needs to be tackled? And Donald Trump has chosen a lot of presence on the streets visually. And if you're anywhere in Washington and you start yelling, it won't be very long before somebody's with you.
And that's one of the things that Andy is pointing out at 359-2255. President Trump continually proves he's playing 4D chess and at least 3 steps ahead of the Libs Dems. Take the EO banning of the flag, for instance. He knows that he has no legal authority to ban flag burning, but by this issue, EO, he'll get everyone with TDS to burn flags, especially on public displays of resistance, which will be terrible optics for them going into the 2026 midterm elections. Well played, Mr. President.
Okay, the Supreme Court's already ruled you can burn a flag in America. It's a thing surrounding it and their activities, plus the visuals of most Americans think that to be horrible. Burning the flag with all the people that are serving America and all the servicemen that gave their life, servicemen and women. And so, yes, he can't, but it's on alert, a year in jail. I mean, I don't know. You can catch them on something surrounding it.
Right. I mean,
you accidentally lit a fire over here because you're burning a flag.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much arson, right? Or whatever.
Well, if it lights something else, but you are free as an American, they fought for your right to burn the flag and disagree.
True.
That's fine. But when it can go peripherally, I don't know. I don't know but it certainly made a statement that most agree with. And if you disagree with it, then you're on that 80-20 thing again.
So Keith in Monticello saying, wow, who was that woman who said crimes don't matter?
Yeah, it was some leader in the Democratic Party.
Ugh.
And it's like, wow, migrant crime and carjacking are on a lot of minds. It's nuts to say that. All right, check your sports headlines.
St. Louis Cardinals win 7-6 over Pittsburgh. I believe it's a 6:45 start. Did you want to do the red?
I guess so.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, let's see.
You're home with Helitech.
Last night at Busch Stadium, Michael McGreevy and the Cardinals were down 4-1 after back-to-back home runs from Brian Reynolds and Spencer Horwitz of the Pirates in the third. But the Cardinals rallied, batting around in the 5th inning, scoring 5 times, taking a 6-4 lead. The Pirates scored in the 7th, again in the 9th to tie it, and then Alec Burleson in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, untied it. 94 on the fastball from Dennis Santana.
He can rush it up there.
Santana's pitch. Burleson swings and he drives it to center field. That's it deep. Back to the wall. It's a gunner. It's a gunner and a Redbird winner. A game winner for Alec Burleson over the center field fence. A team meeting at home plate. Burleson went 4 for 5, and that was his first career game-winning home run as the Cardinals won 7-6. Tonight, it's Andre Palante trying to make it 2 in a row over the Buccos. We're on the air at 5:50. I'm John Rooney.
And the Cubs have a series starting up against San Francisco at 8:45 over on US 105.9. White Sox shutting out Kansas City 7-0. They've won 3 straight. Of course, we're all about our Illini. It's game week. If you want to win some tickets, join me for lunch. We're saluting Kids from Q96, the morning show, as they help families under stress. If you want to come get your Bach lunch at 2121 North Prospect, across from Target, come join me between 11 and 1 at Raisin Cane's. The chicken fingers are delicious.
Well, Florence was ready to buy a home and found the perfect real estate agent. That would be Nate Evans and the Nate Evans Group. Florence said that Nate was always on top of things, was very responsive throughout the process, and quickly tuned in to what she was really looking for.
The whole team has experience with Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty. If you need that immediate cash offer on your home, there's flexible fees. Why not sell your home for the most money possible? You can investigate your current home value in minutes as you visit Nate Evans Group and get that estimate on your home with a button right there on the front. A friend you can trust. He was part of the Muhammad Music Fest with his office right there. And boy, that was a great weekend for everybody in Muhammad. Well done. So call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans, 217-239-7113. Do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Attention drivers.
When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family-owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Check your weather brought to you by Kurt Lenschow. He's at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt Lenschow and State Farm are there. Here's meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity and a fine spell of late August and summertime weather underway. Likely to stay that way for the foreseeable future with little, if any, organized rain. Stray shower threat later on this week, perhaps late next week and moving forward. Somewhat better organization to rainfall chances and certainly needed across at least parts of East Central Illinois. For the day-to-day and seasonally cool sun-filled skies, afternoon temperatures to about 73. Light northwest wind tonight. The cool night, dawn temperatures down to 46 on a virtually calm wind. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, increasing clouds in the afternoon. Light southwest to south wind will top out at about 77. Not as cool tomorrow night, lows down into the 50s with fairly cloudy skies. Thursday, slim chance for a stray shower late in the day. Don't bet on it, partly sunny and highs near 80. Back to the mid-70s on football Friday, low 70s at kickoff time, 75 to 80 for high temperatures for the holiday weekend. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Durable goods orders for expensive manufactured things declined 2.8% in July, but the drop is less than expected. Orders are stabilizing after a jump in commercial aircraft orders following President Trump's visit to the Middle East. Excluding transportation, which includes airplanes, durable goods orders rose 1.1% in July. AT&T is buying spectrum licenses from EchoStar to enhance its 5G and home internet service in more markets. The licenses cover more than 400 locations around the U.S. AT&T is paying $23 billion. President Trump is removing Fed Governor Lisa Cook immediately. Cook says he does not have the authority to do so. NVIDIA shares narrowly higher. It reports earnings tomorrow. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC, MSTC, and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
If you're in the market for a new car battery, you could go to one of those big box stores, except there's no guarantee you'll be served by an actual car expert.
Clean up in aisle 3.
You could pick a battery off the shelf, except it might be close to expiring. Or you could just come into Interstate. Don't make a big box store blunder. With competitive prices and a more personal, reliable approach, Interstate Batteries is the clear-cut choice if you want to guarantee yourself a new and trustworthy battery. They're open and ready to serve you at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign.
Well, the head coach of the University of Illinois, Brett Bielema, met the media yesterday. If you missed some of that.
Well, super excited to get into game week. Obviously, 4 weeks of fall camp behind us. I thought our guys handled it very well. Just to kind of get in the first day of classes here, you always kind of deal with a bunch of that. So had our first practice out there today. Literally just ran off practice about 45 minutes ago. I would say, injury updates, really everybody's back with us. JC practiced Saturday, practiced today. Didn't have any issues. Felt good about that. Got a couple of our guys back from some soft tissue. There's some guys, maybe 2s and 3s, that we'll see how they handle this week to see where it's at, but nobody really of significance or of note. Western Illinois, Coach Davis, a guy that I've known indirectly through some people, and obviously I know last year to be a 4A football team, but to have that program turn the way it did, and they scored a lot of points at the end of the year. I think we counted up, we have somewhere 57 new players on their roster. So
they have like 120 in Western Illinois. 120 players.
Man.
57 new ones.
Whoa.
More boxes, more.
And then a click to a commercial. So I got to skip out of that. Anyway, Brett Bielema met the media. Has anybody heard it? I mean, I presume Caden Fagan's back? But boy, I'm talking about radio silence. I haven't heard much about that guy.
You're right. I feel like he was on a preseason watch list, but because of the injury, it was that kind of an award or possible award that if they've pushed through adversity and they're coming back from an injury, I think that's maybe why.
But if he's healthy, I just haven't heard a lot of talk.
A lot of fluid personnel. They got some good personnel come back from a year ago. I think the strength of their program is their coaches that have
talking about
got a
Western Illinois here,
and obviously began to see that at the end of last year. But super excited to see our guys get out there. Just want to say thank you to the fans. Obviously, we've set all kinds of recent records for tickets that have been sold, purchased for the season, student tickets, regular tickets, everything from A to Z. So obviously they're purchased, they're in their hands. Now we just got to get everybody to the stadium. Obviously a 6:30 kickoff on a Friday night, a little bit unusual, but super excited to get out there and see where that fan base is. And we're kind of building a routine this first week, just like I'm sure fans will be as well. It's always a little bit unusual when we have these odd start dates, right? So a Friday night versus a Saturday, but same thing with our guys, right? Today it's a Monday on your schedule, but it's really a Tuesday of our game week. So.
Yeah, they just have it. They have it down. And we're 46-point favorites, which is a lot.
It does say Illinois running back Caden Fagan, tight end Cole Rusk have been named to that preseason watch list in 2025 Comeback Player of the Year award, and that was released last Tuesday.
I just hope it's one of those games where everything goes well and you don't have to play your guys the whole game. You'd never want to play Luke Altmaier when it's 35-3, would you, in the fourth quarter? I wouldn't think so.
Played in the first 5 games of 2024.
Yeah. Caden Fagan
would
just
68.6 yards a game before missing the rest of the season due to the injury.
Need to be healthy. Mm-hmm. All right, who's Bedford Park? These guys stand in front of this backdrop, and there's always the Village of Bedford Park. What's it cost for me to say the Village of Philo? And then there's Miger and Carl Health on there too.
You're right. I did ask that question myself.
It must be in Chicago, the suburbs or something. Anyway, it always has behind
it's
the coaches.
Industrial suburb of Chicago.
Industrial. What's that mean?
The population was 602 at the end of the 2020 census.
602
Small residential
people?
area. Heavy industry sprawling at the east end.
Who's got the $40,000 to put a backdrop up?
Bedford Park, a village in Cook County.
Okay.
Wow, they're trying to make a difference if they've got this PR going on with these high-profile athletes and
then
coaches.
Some people might still call it Miger, but they've done enough to earn Meyer. And then Carl Health is also up there.
Okay.
As well. But Bedford Park, I've never known. Bedford Falls was It's a Wonderful Life. That was Bedford Falls, the movie.
That's right.
Bedford Park. Okay, well, good for them spending the coin to get the backdrop that everybody in radio can ask about.
When I did an online search, it brought up some go-kart races and stuff, and I'm all into that.
You're saying industrial, so I'm thinking smokestacks.
I know. They do have that on the other side of town. But they do have some pretty parks and recreational areas.
Well, it made us talk about it in Champaign.
Exactly.
Coming back with a lot more in the next half hour. Stand by. It's ESPN 93.5, August 26th. It's Tuesday.
Team, it's back to school time, but for us at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, class is always in session when it comes to taking care of our customers.
Yeah!
So what's the most important thing we've learned?
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, we guarantee the best deal.
Right, and you can't have the best deal without what, Jeff?
The best service.
You got it. And to have the best service, you have to have what? Sean, in the back.
A service department.
Yes. Guys, if you sell appliances, you have to fix appliances. We take care of our customers after the sale with top-rated service technicians. That's what our customers get at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Top-rated service after the sale. Okay, you have your hand up. You don't work here, sir, but you do look familiar.
I work in sales at the appliance store down the street. We don't have service, and I was wondering if you were hiring.
Nasal voice guy, you're in. Come on down.
Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
What is most important in your life? This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that can help clients like you realize your goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. A Fed surprise. President Trump removing a member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, Lisa Cook, for cause, citing charges of mortgage fraud under a DOJ criminal referral. But Cook says she will not resign. She's also resisted the president's calls to cut interest rates. President Trump holding a cabinet meeting amid his federal crime enforcement starting in D.C. Senior policy advisor Stephen Miller tells Fox.
Residents were afraid to go to restaurants. They were afraid to go into entire neighborhoods. They were getting carjacked right and left, robbed and beaten. That was Washington, D.C. Now we're 2 weeks homicide free.
But Chicago resisting any National Guard help. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker.
This is exactly the type of overreach that our country's founders warned against.
As the DNC meets in Minneapolis to craft a new message, America is listening to Fox News.
Great time at Mahomet Music Fest and lots of volunteers from Fisher National Bank who care about the community, locally owned community bank in Champaign and Vermilion County, and their friends and neighbors taking a vested interest in the communities they serve. Last year alone, Fisher National volunteered over 750 hours of community service. So by investing in the people they serve, Fisher National shares in the success of a stronger community. Learn more about Fisher National Bank. It's not just about money. It's about people, and you can find out at any of the branches. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people, member FDIC.
Back to school means back to Jets. Right now, get a build your own large 2-topping pizza for just $14.99 with code JETS101. Choose your crust, Detroit style, hand tossed, or thin, and make it yours with bold flavors like turbo, butter, garlic, or Cajun. Perfect for feeding hungry kindergartners all the way to worn out grad students. For a limited time, get your large 2-topping pizza for $14.99 now at jetspizza.com with code JETS101. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
Here's a look at local news. 2 people charged with murder follows a deadly shooting in Champaign. An Urbana man shot and killed in the 2500 block of West Springfield Avenue. Police determined 2 men shot the victim in a parking lot, then fled. Tyson Moore and Deandra Newbill later located and arrested. The governor spoke about the report President Trump planning to send federal troops to the streets of Chicago. The Washington Post reporting the Pentagon's been planning a military deployment to Chicago for weeks, that a few thousand National Guard members could arrive as soon as as next month. As students across Illinois return to the classroom, the Department of Revenue reminding both parents and educators to take advantage of valuable tax benefits on their Illinois individual tax returns. The Illinois K-12 education expense credit allows parents or legal guardians of full-time K-12 students to claim a 25% tax credit on qualified education expenses over $250. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, vicinity. A nice one going forward here in the days to come. Quiet, comfortably cool, some slightly slower crop, late season development and maturation, but we will return to more seasonal temperature levels next week, and next week as well. Better than we have seen of late of organized rainfall chances, but still garden variety coverages, scope, and intensities as we continue to mosey our way back to more seasonal levels and a dry weather setup here as we move forward in the next couple of weeks. Heading towards an afternoon high today, mostly sunny skies and to about 73. A few fair weather clouds in the afternoon. That's about 10 shy of normal on those temps. Light northwest wind, chilly tonight, back down into the 40s. Tomorrow, sun in the morning, increasing clouds for the afternoon, 77. Partly sunny, slim chance for shower late Thursday at 79. Mid to upper 70s Friday and Saturday, up near 80 Sunday and Monday. No weather issues for football Friday, and a fine spell of weather for the Labor Day holiday weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgan.
All right, hit it. A little dramatic here. So I'm not sure if President Trump should go to Chicago if they're resisting. Would you not just open it up? Most of the crime-plagued, if not all, are all democratically run. Gavin Newsom tried to say, well, 9 out of 10 of the states have more murder rates are Republican. Well, not the cities. The cities run by Democratic mayors have their no cash bail policy and all that other stuff that lets bad guys that do really bad things out on the street immediately. Well, but it's racist and make them pay. It's unbelievable. They did a crime. I don't care what color they are. Anyway, so I think as a template, because Washington has gone so well, would there not be somebody with courage to say, I need your help? Just why don't you say, I'm opening it up if your city wants my help? And then how does that play politically? If I go to the city and we truly did a vote, would you like more police presence and National Guard sent in to clean up crime in your city? What would the city vote? I'd really like to know. I think they ought to do that in Los Angeles for Gavin Newsom's big redraw of the map. Just slide a question in there. Would you like Donald Trump's help, use his name, to clean up your city? I'd like to see the vote. Because I think an awful lot of people would say, please.
Yeah.
Can I imagine going out after 6:30 at night? Because that one guy over there in that corner told me not to leave my house. I mean,
right.
You're living under that? You have no way to sell your house. You have no way to leave the area. You're a 74-year-old grandmother watching an 8-year-old. What are you supposed to do? So it's and for all the downplaying of this is how you can't arrest your way into getting clean streets. Well, yeah, you actually can, because that's if you can't do what you're supposed to do. We've seemed to have come into an age of picking and choosing the laws we're going to abide by.
Yeah.
If a president makes an executive order and half the states still allow boys playing on girls' teams, the penalties, I guess you lower the funding for that state, which I think the president can do. Or then they'll sue them, and then that'll take several years, and all those other avenues you can take. But you've got to be able to say, okay, so the governor on the federal board, Dr. Cook, has said she's not resigning. The president fired her last night because she claimed 2 primary residences and got lower mortgage rates. And he said, you can't have those kinds of things hanging over you when you've got such an important position regulating banks. So she says, I'm not leaving. Can you do that? So if the president, you work at the pleasure, I thought everybody in the federal government worked at just about every, of course, the Fed is not supposed to be associated with the federal government. I don't know. It's just a lot of legal here, but presumably President Trump's people wouldn't have said you can do that if you couldn't do that. I think Jerome Powell, you have to have cause to get rid of the Fed chair. And I guess you could call the spending $3.2 billion on a remodel fraud. $3.2 billion he spent on the Federal Reserve building a basement by the Potomac River. Hello, it's wet.
Right.
What are you doing? What in the world are you doing? Who agreed to that deal? Anyway, I thought the laws are the laws, And if you broke a law, there's a consequence. I think that's how it's supposed to work. And so if you get into, I saw a video last night on X of guys getting out of the Crate and Barrel. No, it was Neiman Marcus. Neiman Marcus in Chicago is grab and pull and get in their cars and drive away. And all mask up. 2 cars full. And I guess, the employees are told, don't do anything because what are you going to do? You get hurt. But again, that's against the law. And it used to be, in what was it, in L.A. that you could steal $999 without penalty?
Right.
Is that still a thing? It just, again, the president has said it many times, it's a lack of common sense. Is it okay for me to go to a Meyer and Urbana, get a cartload of things and just walk out? No, it's stealing. We agree that that's against the law. So if there's no consequences, how would we ever stop the action? If there's nothing that's going to happen and you truly don't have any money, what are you supposed to do? Or you're selling it all on eBay. That's criminal. And you can't do it. It's going to be very hard to agree to live in a society where you follow the rules and I don't, and then I'm supposed to be afraid because you've threatened me. So again, what's happened in Washington, D.C. is an example. We can't hold tanks on every street. We can't have the National Guard up forever. But whatever they've done, they've stopped it. They've gotten rid of over 1,000 people, and dozens of illegal weapons are off the street. That's a good thing. So if you're getting that kind of result and people are walking up down, and I could play a lot of comments that would take way past the show's time, and people saying, this is wonderful, I can't believe it. Some guy was walking down the street with a Rolex on, said, I feel good, I'm fine. If I yell, they'll be here in 30 seconds. He said, this is wonderful. I love this. I can actually walk on the street and it's 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody had even sent something in that Austin, Texas is just in some areas of Austin, really college town, University of Texas, said it's awful. So it's deciding what you're going to do about it, what you feel you can do about it. And here you underline from the far left, want to defund the police. That probably won't help.
Mm-hmm.
They want to send social workers to crime scenes. That's what Zavron Mondani does in New York. You're a social worker. You went through all the psychology and psychiatry, all those classes, and you're supposed to go in a domestic situation where somebody's drugged up and deal with it by talking? I'm all for it. Doesn't work.
Right.
But that's common sense. You think you can send a social worker with a PhD out to a crime scene with a guy holding a knife, drunk, drugged up, and really mad at his wife?
Mm-hmm.
Generally, talking isn't going to work. Got to use physical action to stop it. Sadly. 217-359-2255 if you want to comment. I think it's a great thing that's happening in Washington. I think it's an incredibly exciting thing to say I can stop murders in Chicago if I'll let him do what he wants. We're at that point. The city is lost in Inglewood?
I don't know. I just did a little online search. It says the first half of 2025, Chicago experienced a significant drop in the overall violent crimes and homicides, reaching the lowest level since 2014. While violent crimes fell by 13% compared to previous 3-year average, property crime has shown mixed trends, residential burglaries and larcenies decreasing, but motor vehicle thefts have seen a rise. So
I'll just ask this. Since they have caught people in Washington saying that wasn't a violent crime, it was an incident.
That's right.
Are we sure
Are we categorizing things in a different way?
If you have the senior people telling these police officers don't want to misreport, but your boss is telling you to do it because the mayor says pressure's on, we have to show better numbers. Is it real? I guess that's why I say a vote of the people. Do you want somebody to come help clean up the crime? I would love to see what the people think. And I think it'd be 80%. Absolutely, please help me live a better life. And I to be against somebody trying to stop the murders in your town, if Chicago has 254 murders this year, New York City is 3 times the size and has 200. That sounds like a lot. 217-359-2255-843.
Stevie J Broadcasting and Parlor Donuts want to send you to see the number 12th ranked Fighting Illini football team's home opener. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way August 29th against Western Illinois. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win Illini football tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
The Champaign Parks Foundation, with support from GHR engineers Christie Clinic Illinois Race Weekend and Lynn Ryle, invites you to join them for their 3rd annual Ties and Tinnies Gala on Thursday, September 4th at the iHotel. This year's event is headlined by Fighting Illini women's basketball coach Shauna Green. Attendees can also expect drinks, a plated dinner, a silent auction, and more. Help the Champaign Parks Foundation reach its fundraising goal of $125,000. Get more details now at champaignparks.org.
Get ready, Illini fans. Illinois football kicks off the season under the lights against Western Illinois on Friday, August 29th in Memorial Stadium. Coming off a 10-win season and Citrus Bowl victory in 2024, the Fighting Illini return 18 starters, including quarterback Luke Altmaier. Don't miss your first chance to see Illinois football in action Friday, August 29th. And get tickets for as low as $15 at fightingillini.com.
Yeah, I'm for the city, certainly the District of Columbia. I think that's totally in the purview of the president, but I wouldn't go where you're not wanted. I wouldn't force my way into that city. We're states for a reason. We have our own authority, Governor Pritzker, Mayor Brandon Johnson, but you got to explain why you don't want their help. The crime stats being down may not feel like down when you don't feel safe. It's the same thing with like regular elections. If everything costs $100,000 to go to the grocery store, you don't feel it. Everything's better. The inflation, well, it's still real expensive.
Yeah.
So it's how you feel in there. And if you don't feel safe walking down city of Chicago at 9 at night, then you got some problems. Some of the areas you can't do that or you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So I just would certainly question veracity of the new numbers based on what happened in Washington, where people are downgrading crimes that are very serious. So the numbers look better. Check your sports headlines.
St. Louis beat Pittsburgh 7-6 yesterday, 6:45 as that series continues here on ESPN 93.5. Cubs starting off a series on the West Coast against San Francisco tonight with an 8:45 first pitch on US 105.9. Chicago White Sox with their 3rd straight win, 7-0 over Kansas City. Go Sox. Illinois golfer Max Herendeen on the Fred Haskins watch list as we get into some fall golf. Of course, we're all about the Fighting Illini game against Western Illinois' Leathernecks. That's coming up at 6:30 on Friday night. If you want to win tickets, you have that opportunity the day before as we do a live broadcast with our Stevie J Broadcasting team as we have Curtis Allen and Evan Stone out at Pia's. You can join us essentially between 3 and 6. We'll be ready to go and have that box for you to sign up to win. I'll have a box out there at Raising Cane's today, 2121 Prospect Avenue across from Target, as we have the 14th year in a row that Raising Cane's has supported Kids, 2121 North Prospect between 11 and 1, as we say, go Illini with Raising Cane's.
Yeah, there is a geographic district. I mean, Washington, D.C. is like 11 miles by 9 miles. Chicago's like 30 miles by 20 miles. It's a lot bigger. It'd be very difficult. And you can look at the maps to see where the dangerous parts are.
Mm-hmm.
And you also, if you go in there with your force, will the gangs stand down? Or will there be violence? I would guess initially they'd stand down, just see what you got, and probably try and wait it out. I don't know, because they still have to do business, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do whatever they do.
Mm-hmm. This story, when you do an online search, you can do a deep dive, and it's hard to find out what the crime was. This talks about 4 U.S. cities with populations over 1 million, and in which the White House mentioned, but Chicago has consistently had the highest homicide rate in the past 7 years. It talks about in this article out of Chicago. And it breaks down the types of crime: criminal sexual assault, robbery, aggravated battery, burglary, felony theft. But the numbers are high. I mean, it's thousands of incidents. No matter how you look at it, you don't want to live in a community with these kind of numbers.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody does. But yet, if you're standing there, and Governor Pritzker, as he did last night, day before, he took a picture of 6 a.m. in the best part of Chicago saying, "What's the problem?" And then he says, "This is a great town to live in." And the cameraman panned up. He's right in front of Trump Tower.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Governor. I know you want to be president, and you have to get that big bad bully, that small man named Donald Trump.
Who's going for this power grab?
Dark times will end, don't you worry. Dark times? Really? Well.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, "Can we have a cookout?" Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheese, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak. We both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity and a fine spell of late August and summertime weather underway. Likely to stay that way for the foreseeable future with little, if any, organized rain. Stray shower threat later on this week, perhaps late next week and moving forward. Somewhat better organization to rainfall chances and certainly needed across at least parts of East Central Illinois. For the day-to-day, unseasonably cool sun-filled skies. Afternoon temperatures to about 73. Light northwest wind tonight. Another cool night. Dawn temperatures down to 46 on a virtually calm wind. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, increasing clouds in the afternoon. Light southwest to south wind will top out at about 77. Not as cool tomorrow night. Lows down into the 50s with fairly cloudy skies. Thursday, slim chance for a stray shower late in the day. Don't bet on it. Partly sunny and highs near 80. Back to the mid-70s on football Friday. Low 70s at kickoff time. 75 to 80 for high temperatures for the holiday weekend. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Solgay.
Drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Team, It's back to school time, but for us at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, class is always in session when it comes to taking care of our customers.
Yeah!
So what's the most important thing we've learned?
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, we guarantee the best deal.
Right, and you can't have the best deal without what, Jeff?
The best service.
You got it. And to have the best service, you have to have what? Sean, in the back.
A service department.
Yes. Guys, if you sell appliances, you have to fix appliances. We take care of our customers after the sale with top-rated service technicians. That's what our customers get at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Top-rated service after the sale. Okay, you have your hand up. You don't work here, sir, but you do look familiar.
I work in sales at the appliance store down the street. We don't have service, and I was wondering if you were hiring.
Nasal voice guy, you're in. Come on down.
Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Hi, Randy Graham here with Curtis Orchard. Our delicious donuts are back because we are open for the season. Wait till you see our expanded Land of Oz activities with more mazes, a basketball shootout, new games, and a shade pavilion. We're redoing our barn, and now you can watch artist Jose Vasquez create a new Oz mural. Follow Facebook for dates and times. Of course, we still have all your favorites like peaches, apples, produce, fritters and pies, cider slushies to beat the heat. Go to curtisorchard.com and like us on Facebook to find out more.
All right, where am I going? 11 to 1, Raising Cane's, Diane. You're going to be there?
2121 North Prospect across from Target. Come on by between 11 and 1. Get yourself one of their chicken finger lunches with the crinkle cut fries and coleslaw and Texas toast and iced tea. It should be delicious. And we're donating to Kids to help out stressed families. And that's part of Kid Nation on Q96.
All
So
right.
once again, 11 to 1 today, 2121 North Prospect.
Have a great day.
Enjoy the
That's
day.
Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Have a great Tuesday. Talk to you tomorrow.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance. And they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're going to sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Stevie J Broadcasting and Parlor Donuts want to send you to see the number 12th ranked Fighting Illini football team's home opener. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way August 29th against Western Illinois. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win Illini football tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting. Cold nights, hot fire, safe chimney. You need Grizzly's Chimney Service. Since 2008, they've handled it all. Fireplace and stove work, tuck pointing, inspections, dryer vents, and more. With certified chimney sweeps, a no-mess guarantee, and they're fully insured. Keep your home fires burning safely. Call the experts at Grizzly's Chimney Service today and visit grizzlysweep.com. That's grizzlysweep.com. The Champaign Parks Foundation, with support from GHR Engineers, Christie Clinic Illinois Race Weekend, and Lynn Ryle, invites you to join them for their 3rd annual Ties and Tinnies Gala on Thursday, September 4th at the iHotel. This year's event is headlined by Fighting Illini women's basketball coach Shauna Green. Attendees can also expect drinks, a plated dinner, a silent auction, and more. Help the Champaign Parks Foundation reach its fundraising goal of $125,000. Get more details now at champaignparks.org.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Carpet Weaver's Labor Day sale is here with big savings, a huge selection, and everything you need to update your home. Choose Mohawk waterproof luxury vinyl floors or Mohawk Revwood, and the installation is half off. Buy Mohawk carpet and the installation is free. Plus, get up to $1,000 rebate on Mohawk carpets and floors, and get instant rebates on all furniture and rugs. All with special 2 years free financing. Don't miss the Labor Day sale, only at Carpet Weavers. Ever wonder why you pay your bank to have a checking account? Fisher National Bank does too. You see, they offer free rewards cashback checking that gives you cash back on debit purchases, no service fees or balance requirements. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive electronic statements, and have one direct deposit in a monthly cycle. It's so simple. Reward yourself today with rewards cashback checking. Learn more at any branch or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
You're listening to WS.